Hello, my name is Federico from Garza Web Design, and I am here today to show you how to create a web page and to edit it. Now, this is specifically for Drupal 7 website owners who have CK Editor and IMCE. If you don't have CK Editor and IMCE, then this website or this tutorial is not applicable. However, if you are, if you do have Drupal 7, a Drupal 7 website with those, even if you're not hosted with Garza Web Design, most of this will still be applicable. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, to create any new content, you hover over Content, Add Content, and then you have a few things here. Now, depending on your website, you're going to have different things here, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just creating a basic page. So let's go ahead and create that basic page. Click that, and here we are. So the first thing you notice is the title, and then you notice the body here, and that's how this is all going to go. There's going to be title and body. On some things, you may have images that the website's going to ask you to upload. Drupal may ask you to upload different types of files. It all depends on the content type that you're creating. But for a simple web page, basic web page, this is all you get. So let's go ahead and create the title. Here we go. Creating a web page for the tutorial, and then let's go ahead and start on the body. Now here you can see something that looks similar to Microsoft Office 2003 Word, and it's not exactly like Word. It's not nearly as sophisticated as Word, but it does a really good job of allowing the website owner to create and edit a web page without having to use any source code. So let's go ahead and get some content here. I'm going to pull some Latin content, and then Control C to copy, and here we are, and I'm going to paste this, and there we are. So we have some content in here. Now, if you're not going to have any pictures or anything like that, this is good enough. However, if you want to implement pictures, or you want to do some underlining or some things like that, then you're going to want to change this text format from filtered HTML to full HTML. Now, what this does is it allows you to go ahead and insert pictures, files, anything else that you want to do here. The reason why I default all the websites to filtered is for security reasons. So if you want to put a picture in, you just click before the very first letter of the first word on your content, hover over image, the image icon, and click the image icon, and this image properties box shows up. And here you have alt text, your width and your height and border, horizontal spacing, vertical spacing, and how you're going to align this picture, either left or right. Okay, and here you have a link, so you can make the picture a linkable image. And then here's some advanced stuff. If you know anything about HTML or CSS programming, you can utilize this page to make your job much more dynamic in terms of how the web page is going to function, or this particular image is going to function. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the images. We're going to click the Browse Server button, and what the website does is it goes out onto the server and it sees what we've uploaded so far. And so you can see different images here as we scroll through them. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to say that the image is not on the server already. We have it on our web page or on our computer, and we want to upload it to the website. So to do that, you click on Upload, click on Browse, and now the website's going onto your computer. And so here's a bunch of stuff right here. And we can hover over this in Windows, and you can see what this picture is about. And so you can see when it was taken. You can see the dimensions and the file size and the image type. I can tell you right now that the dimensions are way too big. 2600 pixels by roughly 3500 pixels is huge. Also, the file size is huge, 3 megabytes. If you upload large pictures like this to your website, the website is going to become very, very slow. Most people's internet connections just aren't fast enough to be able to instantaneously download a 3 megabyte picture or several 3 megabyte pictures on a website, on a web page. So you want to make sure that any pictures that you take are optimized for the internet. And I have another tutorial that I will post, or I'll give a link to the post on how to do that. And the software is free. You can download it. It's easy to use, and I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that you do not upload file sizes this big for your images. So let's see if we can find one that's a little bit smaller. Here's one right here. We've got two. See, this one is 2,300 pixels wide. This one is only 500 pixels wide. So let's go ahead and select this one. So I'm going to click it once, and you can click open. And there it is right there. Now it's not uploaded to the server yet. It's still on the computer. But now the website knows what picture I want to upload. So then I click upload. And there we are. So let's say we want to upload, or let's say that now we want to post this to the picture. So we have the picture uploaded to the server, but now we want to take this image and put it on the web page. So you just click the picture, and there it is. And what you need to type something in for alternative text. The alternative text serves two purposes. The first one is to help people with sight disabilities to be able to quote unquote see the picture, and or to hear the picture, actually, depending on the software that they use. So if someone is blind, when they're cruising the website, their browser software, instead of showing them the picture, will actually speak the alternative text to them, and they'll know what this picture is about. So I'm going to put the Reverend Emily Wilmer at All Souls. So now the person who cannot see the website will be able to hear what this picture is about. What I like to do is I like to put about a 10 pixel horizontal spacing. I usually don't worry about vertical spacing. And then you have to float this picture either left or right. So I'm going to go ahead and float it left. And we'll see what it looks like. Okay. It looks too big. The picture looks too big. So I'm going to shrink it down. And the way I shrink it down, now before we get into shrinking this, make sure that you're using Firefox. And I apologize for not saying this earlier. I'll post this also on the tutorial. But make sure that you're using Firefox, because if you use anything else, I cannot guarantee how well CK Editor is going to work. So if you're in Firefox, you'll be able to click on the picture and then just grab the corner and drag it to the size that you want. And there it is. So it's floating to the left, and the text is on the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little bit more text here, just so I can show you what happens underneath. And there we are. So you see how the picture goes to the left, floats to the left, and the text floats to the right and underneath. So let's say that we wanted this text above the picture, and we want this text next to the picture. What you do is you just grab the picture with your mouse, click, and move it right in front of here. It's going to take a little bit of practice. And then you see how the text floats above it now. Now let's say we wanted both these paragraphs to float above it. Again, you just grab the picture, and you're going to put it right in front of the NE word here. And let go, and there it is. Now you have two. Let's say we want to float this to the right, and we want the text to be the left. So hold on, let me drag this down a little bit. And so I'm going to right-click the image and left-click image properties. And so here we are again. And now I'm going to take the alignment and float it right. Okay, and there we are. So it's floated right. And now let's say we want this image to be a link, a clickable link, so that when you hover over it, you can click on the image and it takes you somewhere else. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to right-click the image, image properties, and you see up here there are 3 tabs here: image info, link, and advanced. We're going to click link and http google.com. Let's say we want to go to Google, and since it's a web page, it's outside of the website. Click on new window and click on OK. And you can't tell right now, but we'll save it and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so there's some other things you may want to do. Maybe you want the text to be bigger. So you grab all the text and you can change the size. Let's say we want this to be 16 pixels. Whoops, I only grabbed one. Let's grab the whole thing again. Size, 16 pixels. And there we are. Let's try this again. Just 2. Size, 24 pixels. There we are. And so you can see what that looks like. Let's say, but normally you're not going to want to do this. The website should be formatted so that it does all the stuff for you. But let's say you want to bold something. You just select the text you want to bold and click the bold icon, and there it is. Let's say that you want to italicize some text. Select the text that you want to italicize and click the italics button, and there it is. So you can play around with this, and that's how it works. Oh, one more thing. Let's say that we want to create a link, a text link. So let's say we want this dolor probatus to be a link. So you just select those 2 words, click on the link icon, and you just google.com. And there it is. There's the link. Now let's go ahead and save this. Before we do this, I am going to change the font back to 14. There we are. Still a little bit bigger. That's okay. I'm going to go down to the bottom, make sure that it says full HTML. Hit save. And here we are. So you can see the web page right here. Make this a little bit smaller. Here we are. And so everything looks good. Now, when I hover over, you can see that the image is a link now. Let's click it. It should go to Google, and it does. Here's our link. It automatically underlined it. We can click that. It should go to Google, and it does. Hold on. Okay, I accidentally exited out of the web page. And so let's go to content, click on content. This is a way to find your content. See, and then here it is right here, creating a web page for tutorial, web basic page. So I'm going to edit that. And here we are. So, and that's pretty much it. Let me go back. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to help you. Just get a hold of me at garzawebdesign.com, and you'll be able to find my phone number, or you can just shoot me an email from there. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.